Hi, I'm Mallory, and today I will be showing you all the tools you'll need to perform an ombre brow service as a PMU artist. These are the tools we use at Boss Brows. You'll find that you like different tools. You'll find that there are different brands of tools. This is just the basics of what you're going to need. Take what works for you, leave what doesn't. Okay, so we will start with kind of the setup before your procedure. You'll start with wanting a mask. You'll always wear a mask for your procedures. And you will have a couple of dental bibs that you'll lay on your back bar and on your tray. This is what you'll be setting all your tools on. You'll have gloves. You'll have a wash bottle. And in that wash bottle, you'll put green soap and water. We will show you the ratio. Also, if you're gonna be using your wash bottle during your procedure, you're going to need to cover it with a wash bottle bag, like this. You'll need a mirror. You'll need barbicide. This will be your disinfectant after the procedure. Some paper towels and a pad for your client to lay their head on that no liquids can get through onto your table. Then you will need primary numbing. This you'll be applying on your client about 30 minutes before you start tattooing. And then a secondary numbing that you can use throughout the tattooing procedure once the skin is opened up. Then the spatulas can be used to apply the numbing. You'll need saran wrap to put on top of the numbing cream on their brows. You'll need some Dixon China markers and a blade to sharpen them. Some people use this, some people don't, but I use a white paste and powder for part of the mapping. I also use angled brushes, very precise angled brushes for the mapping. You'll find that there are different measuring tools out there. We'll use a couple of these in our mapping video, and you can play with what you would like, but these are just different styles of measuring tools. You'll need some tweezers, some Vaseline. You'll need some cotton rounds, and you want to get a brand that does not fall apart easily, and we will show you that in our Amazon storefront. You'll need pigment cups, and the Vaseline is used with the pigment cup. You basically just kind of shove it in there and get the Vaseline on the bottom and stick it to your tray so it doesn't fall over. You'll need some mapping string, alcohol prep pads. They come in little singles, and you're gonna wipe your client's brows off before you start tattooing, before you even numb. You'll wipe them off with this to cleanse them. You'll need some Q-tips. And then you'll need some precise Q-tips. These ones are really good for the mapping process where you need to get some detailed lines. And then you'll need some micro applicators, mascara wands, and some tinkle razors. And this is just to kind of clean up the brows around areas that maybe there's more fine hair. Some tissue. You will need some barrier film, and this is used to cover anything you will touch during the procedure, like your light, and this little tool can help you dispense it easily. You just kind of cover your light with it if you're gonna be touching your light. You'll need some wet wipes. Here's kind of the pigment and machine section. You will need your pigments. This is a Tina Davies section of pigments that we have. And then your cartridges. This is what it looks like inside. You'll need a pigment mixer. So let's say you want to mix this color with this color. When you put it inside of your pigment cap, you're going to need to mix it with this mixer so that the color is perfectly mixed. You'll need a jeweler's loupe. Now this is basically just a magnifying glass so that you can look at your needles in the cartridges to make sure there are no defects on them. You'll need a pigment mixer. You'll need a sharps container. This is where you will put your needle cartridges after your procedure, because these now have bloodborne pathogens on them and they need to be safely concealed. You will need a machine, ideally two, at least. This is a cordless machine with an extra battery. This is a machine with an RCA cord and a power supply. And then you'll need something to cover your machines. So we have clip cord sleeves here. This is a smaller size to fit a cordless machine. And then these ones are longer so that it covers your cord. You'll also need medical tape to wrap around your machine. We will show you how to wrap the machine in another video. The last thing you will need is your client's aftercare, and we've created little baggies for them with a little card showing what to do. We've got some soap and serum in there for them. This is the Tina Davies aftercare, and some soap for them to use, and instructions on how to use them. Okay, you will also need a medical tray, and this is really important because this is what all of your materials will be on that will be infected with bloodborne pathogens. So it's very important that the surface is something that can be completely sanitized and disinfected. You will also need a really good light to have over your client's head and face, because lighting is really important for this precise of a service. So for the pigment mixer, this isn't plugged in right now, but what happens is you'll just kind of press your pigment into the top of it, and it will shake up your pigment really well. It's kind of like when you go to the store and you get a bottle of paint and they put it into a machine to mix it. It's the most efficient way to mix up your pigment. Along with the light, you will need a bed and a stool. And you'll find many different options for beds out there. What we use here at Boss Brows is just a massage bed. It's pretty economical. And we use stools that are very comfortable, which is really important for your service, that you are comfortable sitting.